Chapter 1. Understanding the true nature of bad luck. Bad luck is not random punishment from the universe, but rather a symptom of spiritual misalignment that can be corrected through understanding and action. Pierre Verger's extensive research reveals that Yoruba philosophy views misfortune as blocked energy flow, similar to how physical illness results from blocked circulation. When we understand this principle, we gain power to transform our circumstances rather than remaining victims of apparently random negative events. The Yoruba concept of I teaches that our earthly experience reflects our spiritual state and the quality of our relationships with cosmic forces. Wande Abimbola's documentation shows that persistent bad luck often indicates disconnection from our personal ori, head destiny, ancestral guidance, or natural rhythms that govern prosperity and protection. This disconnection creates vulnerability to negative influences and missed opportunities for positive change. Henry Drewal's anthropological studies demonstrate that cultures worldwide recognize patterns of fortune and misfortune that transcend mere coincidence. The Yoruba system provides sophisticated tools for diagnosing the spiritual root causes of recurring problems and implementing specific corrections. Unlike fatalistic approaches that accept suffering as inevitable, this wisdom empowers individuals to actively participate in improving their life circumstances. Modern quantum physics supports ancient Yoruba insights about the observer effect. Our consciousness and expectations significantly influence the reality we experience. When we shift from victim mentality to understanding ourselves as conscious creators, working with cosmic principles, we begin attracting different outcomes. The key lies in learning how to align our thoughts, emotions, and actions with forces that naturally support human flourishing. Chapter 2. The power of spiritual cleansing. Spiritual cleansing forms the foundation of luck transformation in Yoruba tradition, removing accumulated negative energy that blocks positive opportunities. Mestre Didi's teachings emphasize that we constantly absorb psychic debris from stressful environments, difficult relationships, and our own negative thought patterns. This energetic contamination creates a barrier between us and the blessings that naturally flow towards spiritually clear individuals. Reginaldo Prandi's research documents various cleansing methods used across Yoruba communities, from simple herb baths to elaborate ritual purifications. The most effective cleanses address multiple dimensions simultaneously: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Water plays a crucial role in these practices, as it naturally dissolves and carries away stagnant energies while restoring flow and vitality to our entire being. The timing of spiritual cleansing proves critical for maximum effectiveness. Jacob Olupona's studies reveal that certain lunar phases, seasonal transitions, and personal cycles create optimal conditions for releasing old patterns and attracting fresh energy. Friday evenings, new moons, and sunrise hours carry special power for transformation work, as these times naturally support letting go and new beginnings. Baba Ifeanyi Elebuibon teaches that intention and gratitude amplify cleansing effectiveness beyond the physical actions performed. The person must genuinely desire change and feel appreciation for divine assistance, rather than mechanically going through motions. This conscious participation creates partnership with spiritual forces that multiplies the power of any purification practice. Regular cleansing prevents energy accumulation that leads to chronic bad luck patterns. Chapter 3. Honoring your ancestors for protection. Ancestral connection provides one of the most powerful shields against misfortune while opening channels for guidance and material support. Pierre Verger's documentation reveals that ancestors actively intervene in descendants' lives when properly honored and consulted. These evolved spirits possess both the wisdom gained from earthly experience and the broader perspective available from the spiritual realm, making them ideal advisors for navigating life's challenges. Mopalola Johnson's research shows that many people experiencing persistent bad luck have weak or damaged relationships with their ancestral line. This disconnection removes crucial spiritual protection and guidance that ancestors naturally provide to family members who acknowledge and honor their continued presence. Rebuilding these relationships requires sincere respect, regular communication, and offerings that demonstrate gratitude for ancestral sacrifices. Simple daily practices can restore ancestral connection without elaborate rituals or expensive materials. Setting aside a small space with photos, lighting candles or incense, offering water or food, and speaking honestly about current challenges creates genuine communication channels. Ancestors respond to authenticity rather than perfection, so sincere effort matters more than following complex protocols exactly. Henry Drewal's studies emphasize that ancestral work benefits entire family lines, not just individuals who perform the practices. When one person heals their relationship with family ancestors, this positive energy affects all descendants, often triggering improvements in relatives' lives as well. The ancestors desire their entire lineage to prosper and will work through willing family members to uplift everyone connected to their bloodline. Chapter 4. Feeding Your Head, Ori, for Success. The Ori, or personal spiritual head, governs individual destiny and must be properly nourished to attract good fortune. Wande Abimbola's research reveals that each person's Ori chose their life circumstances before incarnation, including both challenges and opportunities that serve their spiritual evolution. When we align with our Ori's intentions and provide appropriate spiritual nourishment, life flows more smoothly and luck appears to improve dramatically. Feeding the Ori involves both physical offerings and spiritual practices that strengthen this divine aspect of ourselves. Traditional foods like coconut, honey, kola nuts and white rice carry specific vibrational qualities that nourish different aspects of consciousness. The key lies in offering these substances with genuine gratitude and clear intention while asking for guidance in fulfilling our highest purpose. Baba Ifeanyi Elebuibon teaches that the Ori requires regular attention to remain strong and protective. Neglecting this relationship through constant stress, negative thinking, or spiritual carelessness weakens our connection to divine guidance and leaves us vulnerable to mishaps and missed opportunities. Simple weekly offerings combined with meditation or prayer create sustainable spiritual practice that supports ongoing good fortune. The relationship between Ori strength and external circumstances becomes apparent as practice deepens. People notice increased intuition, better timing, unexpected opportunities, and protection from potential problems. Jacob Olupona's documentation includes numerous cases of dramatic life improvements following consistent Ori care, suggesting that this practice affects both spiritual and material dimensions of existence in measurable ways. Chapter 5. The Protective Power of White Clothing. White clothing carries special spiritual significance in Yoruba tradition, serving as protection against negative energy while attracting positive influences. Reginaldo Prandi's studies reveal that white reflects harmful spiritual forces back to their source, while creating an energetic shield around the wearer. This practice proves especially valuable during challenging periods when increased protection becomes necessary for maintaining positive momentum. The color white resonates with purity, peace, and spiritual elevation across many cultures worldwide. Henry Drewal's anthropological research documents how white garments connect wearers to divine energy while signaling spiritual intention to both visible and invisible realms. When experiencing bad luck, wearing white regularly helps shift personal vibration away from patterns that attract difficulty toward frequencies that support healing and improvement. Mestre Didi's teachings emphasize that the spiritual power of white clothing depends on both external cleanliness and internal purity of intention. The garments should be washed with respect and kept exclusively for spiritual purposes rather than casual wear. Some practitioners dedicate specific white outfits for ritual work, while others incorporate white elements into daily wardrobe as ongoing protection and spiritual reminder. The practice extends beyond personal protection to environmental cleansing. Hanging white cloth in living spaces, especially bedrooms and meditation areas, helps maintain peaceful energy while preventing accumulation of psychic debris. Pierre Verger's documentation includes accounts of families whose luck improved significantly after adopting white clothing practices, suggesting that this simple method carries genuine transformative power when applied with faith and consistency. Chapter 6. Working with the Orishas for Divine Assistance. The Orishas represent specialized divine forces that govern different aspects of human experience and can provide targeted assistance for specific types of problems. Wande Abimbola's comprehensive research reveals that each Orisha possesses unique powers and preferences, requiring different approaches for establishing productive relationships. Understanding which divine forces can help with particular challenges allows for more effective spiritual problem-solving. Elegua, the divine messenger, opens pathways and removes obstacles that block progress and good fortune. Simple offerings of candy, rum, or cigars placed at crossroads with sincere requests for assistance can produce remarkable results in clearing blocked situations. Mopalola Johnson's documentation includes numerous cases of stalled projects suddenly moving forward after appropriate Elegua work, demonstrating this Orisha's power over opportunity and timing. Oshun governs love, prosperity, and healing, making her invaluable for attracting abundance and harmonious relationships. Offerings of honey, yellow flowers, and perfume, combined with heartfelt prayers, often trigger improvements in financial situations and romantic connections. Her energy particularly supports women's empowerment and creative projects that bring beauty into the world. Ogun rules technology, employment, and protection, providing assistance with career advancement and material security. Jacob Olupona's studies show that workers who honor Ogun through offerings of metal objects, palm wine, or tools often experience job stability and professional success. This Orisha's influence proves especially strong in modern technological fields, suggesting that ancient wisdom adapts effectively to contemporary challenges. Chapter 7. The Transformation Ritual of Ebo. Ebo represents the most comprehensive method for breaking bad luck patterns through ritual transformation that addresses root causes rather than surface symptoms. Baba Ifayemi Elebuibon's teachings reveal that properly performed Ebo literally changes the spiritual landscape around a person, removing obstacles while attracting beneficial influences. This ancient technology requires understanding both the specific problems being addressed and the cosmic forces that can provide solutions. The effectiveness of EBO depends on accurate spiritual diagnosis of the underlying issues causing persistent misfortune. Pierre Verger's documentation shows that skilled practitioners use divination to identify which spiritual forces have been offended, what karmic debts require payment, or which ancestral issues need healing. Without this diagnostic phase, ritual work often proves ineffective because it fails to address actual rather than assumed problems. Materials for EBO vary according to the specific situation, but typically include foods, flowers, candles, and symbolic objects that resonate with the spiritual forces being petitioned. Henry Drewal's research emphasizes that the person's sincere participation matters more than expensive offerings. Authentic desire for change, combined with willingness to modify behavior, creates the internal shift that allows external transformation to manifest. The ritual process itself involves creating sacred space, calling upon appropriate spiritual forces, presenting offerings with clear intentions, and concluding with gratitude and commitment to positive change. Reginaldo Prandi's studies document remarkable transformations following properly performed Igbo, including dramatic improvements in health, relationships, finances, and overall life satisfaction that persist long after the ritual completion. Chapter 8. Breaking Generational Curses and Family Patterns. Generational patterns of misfortune often require specific intervention to break cycles that affect entire family lines across multiple generations. Mestre Didi's insights reveal that families can inherit both blessings and challenges through ancestral connections, creating recurring themes of illness, poverty, relationship difficulties, or other problems that seem to follow bloodlines regardless of individual efforts to create different outcomes. The concept of generational healing in Yoruba tradition involves acknowledging past family traumas while performing rituals that restore spiritual balance to the entire lineage. Wande Abimbola's research documents cases where one family member's dedicated spiritual work transformed circumstances for relatives across multiple generations, suggesting that healing work creates ripple effects that extend far beyond the individual practitioner. Identifying generational patterns requires honest examination of family history to recognize recurring themes and challenges. Jacob Olupona's studies show that families often carry unconscious beliefs, emotional patterns, and spiritual debts that create similar problems across generations until someone consciously intervenes to break these cycles through appropriate ritual work and personal transformation. The healing process typically involves ancestral communication to understand the original sources of family difficulties, followed by specific rituals designed to resolve outstanding spiritual debts and restore positive flow to the family line. Baba Ifayemi Elebuibon teaches that this work requires patience and persistence, as deep patterns take time to shift, but the results often exceed expectations by transforming not only current circumstances, but future possibilities for all family members. Chapter 9. Creating sacred space for positive energy. The physical environment significantly influences luck patterns, requiring conscious attention to create spaces that support positive energy flow and spiritual protection. Pierre Verger's documentation reveals that traditional Yoruba homes incorporate specific design elements and ritual practices that maintain harmonious energy while preventing accumulation of negative influences that attract misfortune and discord. Regular cleansing of living spaces removes psychic debris that accumulates from stress, conflict, illness, or negative emotions. Henry Drewal's research shows that homes absorb and hold energy from all activities and emotions experienced within their walls, creating atmospheric conditions that either support or undermine inhabitants' well-being. Simple practices like burning sage, using salt water for cleaning, and playing sacred music help maintain positive environmental energy. Creating dedicated altar space provides focal point for spiritual practice while establishing clear communication channels with divine forces. Reginaldo Prandi's studies demonstrate that homes with properly maintained altars experience fewer problems and more positive synchronicities than those without designated sacred space. The altar need not be elaborate. Even a small shelf with candles, flowers, and meaningful objects creates effective spiritual anchor. Mopalola Johnson's research emphasizes that intention and consistency matter more than expensive materials or complex arrangements. Regularly tending sacred space through cleaning, Offering fresh flowers or water and spending quiet time in prayer or meditation maintains spiritual connection while creating refuge from external chaos. This practice particularly benefits people experiencing ongoing stress or challenging life transitions. Chapter 10. The daily practices that maintain good fortune. Consistent daily practices create sustainable positive energy flow that prevents bad luck from taking root while maintaining connection to divine guidance and protection. Baba Ifayemi Elebuibon teaches that luck responds to regular attention rather than sporadic, intense efforts. Small daily actions prove more effective than occasional elaborate rituals for maintaining ongoing positive momentum in all life areas. Morning practices set energetic tone for entire day while creating spiritual protection that lasts until evening. Simple routines like lighting white candles, offering water to ancestors or orishas, and spending few minutes in gratitude or prayer establish positive foundation that influences all subsequent activities and interactions. These practices require minimal time, but produce cumulative effects that dramatically improve life quality over time. Evening practices clear accumulated stress and negativity while expressing gratitude for day's blessings and divine protection. Jacob Olapona's documentation shows that people who maintain consistent evening spiritual practices sleep better, experience fewer nightmares, and wake with more positive energy than those who neglect this important transition time between day and night consciousness. The key to sustainable practice lies in choosing simple, enjoyable activities that fit naturally into existing routines rather than creating additional stress through complicated requirements. Wande Abimbola's research reveals that practitioners who adapt traditional methods to their personal circumstances and cultural context achieve better long-term results than those who attempt to follow rigid formulas that don't resonate with their authentic spiritual expression. Chapter 11. Living in alignment with cosmic principles. Ultimate protection from bad luck comes through understanding and aligning with cosmic principles that govern how energy flows in the universe. Henry Drewal's comprehensive studies reveal that Yoruba wisdom teaches natural laws that operate consistently, regardless of individual beliefs, creating predictable consequences for actions that either support or violate universal harmony and balance. The principle of reciprocity ensures that energy given returns in equivalent form, making generosity and kindness powerful tools for attracting positive circumstances. Mestre Didi's teachings emphasize that people who consistently help others and share their resources create energetic streams that naturally bring assistance and opportunities when needed. This cosmic law operates automatically without requiring conscious manipulation or control. Living authentically according to personal truth and spiritual purpose creates natural protection while opening channels for divine guidance and support. Pierre Verger's research documents numerous cases of people whose lives transformed dramatically when they began honoring their genuine calling rather than pursuing goals imposed by others or society. Authentic living aligns personal energy with cosmic flow, making positive outcomes more likely and effortless. Reginaldo Prandi's studies show that people who integrate Yoruba wisdom principles into daily life experience gradual but profound shifts in their overall fortune patterns. Rather than requiring constant ritual work or spiritual maintenance, alignment with cosmic principles creates self-sustaining positive cycles that continue improving life circumstances through natural spiritual evolution and conscious participation in universal harmony.